Good evening. One moment. I forgot to turn on the light. Because we'll need some light. For the very fact that the fanfictions that I'm about to bring you tonight require a lot of brightness in life. So, thank you all for coming. And good evening. Welcome everyone to Bad Fanfiction Live. My name is Master Gamington Smythe III. Welcome back, viewers. It has been just a few days since Deadpool was our fanfiction of topic. And I actually went to go see the film today with my missus, and we both enjoyed it immensely. Now I ask you all, please make sure to spread the word of the stream. If people like Sonic fanfiction, then be sure for everybody to get in and enjoy the absolute rapture. So, get on the tweets, and be sure to leave a tip, if you can. Comment, link in the overlay, right, yeah, if you can. Any would be appreciated. But anyway, to waste no time, and hope that you all had a very nice weekend. Get on with a special fanfiction that it's actually a sneak peek for everybody tuning in. They get to see what the script is for episode 8. Episode 8 coming out next week. So we're getting episode 7 this week. And we'll be getting episode 8 next week. And this is the fanfiction behind it. So this is a little treat for everybody tuning into the fanfiction stream. This one is by I Love Puposed. And it's called Knuckles and the Fairy. And it's a Sonic Winx Club crossover. Knuckles is a lonely enchilada who wants a girlfriend. And a pretty Stella this Jizbiajk is just the girl for high. Once upon a pony, there was an enchilada named Knuckler. He was pretty cool and stuff. He had things on his hands. They were cool. Once day, there was a fairy thing. She had hair. It was petitty. And Knuckles wanted to go oit with her, 'cause she was pretty. Strong start. This one, now chapter 2. Knuckle went up to him and said hi. You are very pretty, she said. Oh, you like boy? Yeah, he said, staring all happy at her boobas. Stella grabbed her hands and brought them to her castle, planet or county, and they sang, and music played. Okay, can I just say something, Cray? Stella said. I love cray, Knuckles said. All my life has been a series of doors in my face, and suddenly I bumped into you. I was thinking the same thing, Knuckles said, 'cause I've been like a searching all my whole life to find my own place, and maybe it's the pate talking or the chocolate fondo. Stella giggles. But with you, Knuckles sent her. But with you, I got my place. I see your face, and it not gin like I've never known ever before. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. One. Love is an open door. With you, Knuckles said. With you, Stella said. With you, semicolon ES said. Then they both said, love is an open door. I mean, it's crazy, Knuckles said. With what, Stella said, Knuckles said. We finish each other's sandwiches. She said, Knuckles said. That's what I was going to say. Steel said, I've never bet someone, Knuckles said. Who what thinks so much like me, they both said. Jizz jonks jinx again, they both said. Our metal synchronization has but one explanation. You, Niggly said, and I, Stal said, were just meant to be. Say goodbye, Steela said. Say goodbye, Cuggle said. To the pawn of the past we don't have to feel anymore. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Door, Nuggly said. Life can be so much more with you, Stella said. With you, Knuckles said. With you, Stella said. With you, Knuckles said. Love is an open door. Door, they both said. Then the soggen ended. Knuckle was so hape. He had a girlfriend. Stella was so hot and pretty with her boobas. Knuckler couldn't stop staring at them. They weren't just so hot. So Stella said, "I'm officially dating an enchilada. This is so awesome," she said. "Yeah," Niggles said. "My dad want me to marry someone. I don't know if he'll let me marry an enchilada." "No, baby," Knuckles said. "You can any come the queen on enchiladas on me." "Oh," she said. "She looked so pretty happy." "Yay," they both said while they jumped in the air. They look so happy. So happy. Chapter 4. It was the day of their wedding. All of Niggly's enchilada friends and not enchilada friends were there, and Stella's non-enchilada friends were there. They were so happy and stuff. Stella was an epically pretty dress. It was pretty. Knuckler was in his pink boxing gloves. They were pretty. Then Sonic said, "Do you take Nuller and Stellar to be together?" "Yes, I do," they both said. "Venom, you may kiss the enchilada person." "Yay!" And then they kiss off. It tasted like poop. Since Knuckles likes to eat poop sometimes, when there is nothing else to eat. 'Cause an enchilada has to do what an enchilada has to do. And so they kissed. And then she screamed, "Why did he taste little poop? And how did she know what poop tasted like?" "Oh," she said, "what is that?" "I eat poop," Knuckler said. "Yeah," Sonic said. "All enchiladas and Nup and enculada people eat poop on occasion." "Oh," she said. And then they kissed and got married. It was autumn, and the hot, steamy, poopy sex, and had a baby named Enchilada. She was pretty. When she came out, she was covered in poop, 'cause Knuckles' sperm had poop in it. Other than that, they lived so epically and happy-o-y, and it was epic, 'cause they had a great lives, full of enchilada poop. Well, my goodness. You can understand why, viewers, I picked that for an actual episode. And thanks to you, everybody. Thanks to you, everyone. You were able to witness that first. So, everybody in the chat absolutely going mental. So, I don't blame them. I was absolutely raucous with joy when I first saw this. But it was absolutely stunning. But anyway, let's waste no time and get on to the next one. And this one is called... And this is a Dragon Ball Z Sonic the Hedgehog crossover by Aaron the Great. Sonic Ball XZ. When two heroes meet, a new evil will rise. Can our heroes save the world from this evil? This is this is the progule. This is my first story. Please don't judge, and there's a slight chance I might not finish this. Morning, 11 a.m. Sonic was going out for a run when he found a letter in the mailbox. The letter said, "Dear all my friends, I have a new invention, and I want all my friends to see it. From Tails." Sonic says, "This must big sense. He invited all of us." So Sonic, Knuckles, Rouge, Chris, Cream, Chess, and Amy went to Tails' house. Tails, "Hey everyone, I'm glad you could make it." Cream said, "So what is this big important invention you made?" "You'll have to come in and see, he said with excitement. Then they all went inside Tails' house when they saw a large machine that looked like a frame without a mirror in it. "This is my interdimensional portal machine. It is purposed to let you go to other dimensions." "Sounds cool, little bro. But does it work?" "Well, that's the problem. I don't know, but I need someone to test it." "Sounds cool. I'll do it." "Way past cool." "Thanks, Sonic, and I will go too." Tails cuts on the blaster. "Ready, Sonic?" "Ready. 3, 2, 1, jump!" Both jump into portal. Ha! Knuckles says, "So where are they going to end up?" Rouge says, "I don't know," shrugs his shoulders up and down. Goku comes in.
Gigi, me and the boys are going out. Remember to be back by dinner time. Race to the pool, Gohan. Dad, Gohan, I found something. What is it?
I think they're dead. Sonic and Tails groan. Chapter 2. When Heroes Collide.
Mom, look what we found. Oh my god, what is that?
Sonic and Tails groan.
I think he's still alive. Ugh, where am I? Cool, they can talk.
Chi-Chi faints.
Tails, wake up, little dude.
Shakes Tails.
Oh, huh? Sonic, where are we? You are in your house. So my dimensional portal blaster worked.
Your what?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Sonic the Hedgehog, and this is my name's Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. And this is my little brother Tails, were we sent here by his portal ray. Damn, you must be very smart. Yeah, I'm smart for an 11-year-old. Hey, what's that glowing thing in the cabinet? Oh, this? This is my Dragon Ball.
Holding the Dragon Ball in his hand.
Cool, what is it? Well, there are 7 balls in all, and when all 7 Dragon Balls, the eternal dragon Shenron will come and grant one wish. Sounds similar to our Chaos Emeralds.
What is a Chaos Emeralds?
Well, 7 magic emeralds that grants their user unbelievable power. You mean like this?
Turns Super Saiyan and blasts a hole through the roof.
Goten! Oh, sorry. That's my son, he says while scratching the back of his head. Wow, how can you do that at willpower? I can only do that with the emeralds. Whoa! We use your ki.
Tails?
Ki is a metaphysical energy that exists in every living thing and can be harnessed to turn into power. Sweet! Can you maybe teach me how to use it? Maybe later. Daddy, Trunks' party is starting soon. We'll make it you guys want to come too. Sure, let's go, Tails.
Chi-Chi wakes up and groans softly after everyone else leaves.
What just happened?
Meanwhile, in Sonic's world, Eggman goes, having a walk through the forest. My, what do we have here? Snooping as usual, I see. An interdimensional portal. Knock, knock.
I'll get it.
Opens the door and screams at the sight of Eggman.
Eggman, what are you doing here?
I was just passing by when I saw your beautiful device and was wondering if I could borrow it for a while.
No way.
It's like, oh no way, this is the exit for Sonic and Tails to come out. You mean you blasted them into another dimension?
Yeah, and there's no way we're letting you near that machine.
Well, since your minds are made up, I guess I'll leave. Now, Buku! Right, Doctor? Shoots sleeping gas into the house. Oh no! Cough, cough. We have to protect the portal, man! Falls asleep along with everyone else. Now I can follow Sonic and know exactly where he is. Destroy him once and for all. Ho, ho, ho. He suddenly turned into Santa. I guess I let myself in. Goes for the portal but gets sucked in. Ah! Back in the DBZ world, where all the bad guys meet. No, not at hell, at a bad guys lounge. Hey, guys, want to watch Zomageddon?
Sure, I'll get the pop.
Suddenly you see a portal and see Eggman coming out of it. Corn. Ow, right in my face! Good evening, gentlemen. Mine is Scientist Extraordinaire. And what are your names? Well, should we tell you about to die anyway? Preparing to blast Eggman. Wait, but I am a fellow bad guy just like you two, so please don't kill me. Fine, we won't kill you yet. My name is Cell, and this is my roommate ex-lover, Freezer. Say, I can use a couple of strong people like you to help me rule the world. Ha 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 ha!
Sure, but what's in it for us?
This! Holding out a white Chaos Emerald. What is that? It is a Chaos Emerald, a jewel with immeasurable power, especially if you collect. If you collect all 7, so do we have a deal? Holding out his hand. Deal.
Deal.
shakes Eggman's hand. Perfect! But all we need to do now is get rid of one annoying little pest. I can assure you, we are more than capable of taking care of one little pest. Okay, but don't underestimate Sonic. Chapter 4. Meanwhile, with your heroes in the city.
Hey, Tails, are we close to an emerald yet? Nope, sorry. We'll know when this emerald starts glowing. Guys, I think I'll look over there.
Flies over into the other side of the building.
Huh? Is that?
Spying behind a nearby building. So, where are we going to go now, guys? Well, we are going to take care of that rodent you call Sonic and find those emeralds you promised. Oh yeah, his friends can be an instance too. Don't worry, his friends will be no match for me and Cell. Love you.
Oh no! I have warned the others! Sonic, the emerald is reacting to another emerald! Guys, it's Cell and Freezer over there, and there was some Ed-looking man. I'ma eat him. What? Did this man have goggles and black pants? Yeah, why, you know him or something? His name is Back in Your World. He is your enemy, but who are the people he has with? Cell and Freezer. They are your enemy and are extremely powerful. Goten, I think it would be best if you went home and make sure that Mom is safe. Okay.
Flies off.
Well, let's go that emerald, man.
And it just ends right there. Oh dear. Oh, such a shame. Shame! I'd love to see more of that. Oh well. But in any case, let's move on to number 3. This one. By the Flaming Fox. This one is called The Secret Life of Sonic. It's awesome. One day, Sonic was walking along the street in his human disguise when one of his blue spike things on the back of his head poked through the costume, and he had to run Sonic speed back home to his secret house inside a big tree to fix his human costume. When he fixed it, he went to get a donut from Dunkin' Donuts, but when he ate it, he figured out it was a time bomb donut, and that he had 2 seconds to run, but he was Sonic speed, so he survived. After he got to his house, he said, forget this, I'm just gonna go beat up Eggman for a little bit. At least there isn't falling costumes and time bombs in there. So he jumped through this magical portal of magic and went straight into the Sonic world. When he arrived, he beat you, Eggman, in all of his boss battles, which are way too easy, and went back to his house and went to sleep. Now that is a day in the secret life of Sonic. But chapter 2, my dear viewers. So now that Sonic was nice and relaxed in his victories over Eggman, he decided to do something bold. He was going to go out in public without a costume and show his true colors. So when he went out and got to the streets, it took 10 seconds for him to be swarmed with a half-mile wide circle of fans and paparazzi. Now he had to run, and even at Sonic speed, it took a whole 3 seconds to get home. Crazy, right? So now that he was home, he got on his Sonic laptop and bought a $2,572 human suit on eBay and tested it out. This one held together, so he went home and went to bed knowing he could get his Dunkin' Donuts again without worrying about paparazzi, fans, and fanatics. And the one guy how saw the spike come out of his old suit was put in the insane asylum, and he started talking gibberish about Doritos flying into Illuminati squirrels, and they put him in the super C-enforced room. Chapter 3. The Raid Eggman Returns. So now Sonic is happy, so this should be the end, right? Well, it's not. He got raided by Eggman. Now all he has left is his suit and his portal. So he got in his suit, jumps through his portal, and get Eggman to hand all over the stuff, and he tells him, since he's in a human costume, which is pretty much an alien to Eggman, give it, or else I suck out all of your good luck with Super Sucker Lucker thingy. And he was so extremely terrified that he gave it back, and Sonic got out of his costume and he got mad. But Sonic got away. So now Eggman is furious, and Sonic closes his portal and goes to sleep. But Eggman is setting up a trap. What is it? Find out in the next chapter. Dun dun dun! Except there isn't one. Sad times, sad times. Well, I'm going to break protocol, viewers. And this is his profile. I wish for you all to go there and ask for him to do more chapters of this. We need to see more. So I'm calling upon you. Message him. And tell everybody that he needs to do more. Anyway. On to number 4. This one is by Mega Kirbymon. And this one is called Sonic and Pals Go to the Park. And Sonic and Pals Go to the Park. Sonic went to the park. Sonic was walking in the park as per usual when all of a sudden Knux busts the fuck out of nowhere and says, "Yo, yo, yo, Sonic, you want some drugs, you go?" Sonic was scared as shit. He said,
"Yeah, homie, I could you go for some drugs, what?
Sonic went into the alleyways and turned right into a dead end. There, Wario was leaning against a dumpster which Waluigi was sitting on with some heroin in his hands and a box next to him. Sonic was confused because Waluigi was part of Mario's gang. Knuckles explained. Waluigi and Wario decided to take their street and merge with Shadow's gang. They weren't getting the cut out of the grams they were selling and wanted their revenge. Sonic had a needle in his arm and he was ready to go to war in the park. Shadow strolled into the alleyways with a pimp Zoot Suit and his bitches, Amy Binge Hog and Sally the Squirrely. Wario and Waluigi stood aside in the corner and Tails covered Shadow's back in the case of an ambush, in a do-rag and trench coat with an Uzi in his hands. He knuckle-bumped Knuckles, who pulled out a long kitchen knife. Sonic sat on the box in the corner next to Waluigi with a ghetto blaster in his pants as Shadow takes off his pimp coat to begin to talk. Shodo dismissed his bitches and said that if they were going to take the part of the Mario block, that the Wario Bros were responsible for keeping that they had to take Mario's hoes. But first they had to take out their hideout. Mario's crib was in a gutter apartment across the street. Sonic was nervous. The gang went down over to Mario's hideout, and Toad was doing heroin in the gutterways. Knuckles brandished his blade and stabbed the shit out of them. It was a very messy job. Done by a man hopped on heroin. Out of nowhere, somebody had shot a shotgun blast through the door, killing Knux instantly, and kicked the door down. It was Luigi dressed all in black. Wario pushed a dumpster over the stairway down to the threshold. Luigi was yelling, "You a little fucker!" while attempting to shoot through the dumpster. Sonic shot the shit out of Luigi and Wario and Waluigi moved the dumpster back out of the way. Tails sprayed the whole room and Mario had already run out the side window. Shadow yells out, Get the fat Italian fuck, Sonic." He saw Mario's coattails as he hopped the fence, so he hopped the fence too. The chase was on and the fat man was faster than one would expect. However, he was no match for Sonic the Binge Bog. But by the time he had caught up with him, he was immediately greeted with a brick to the face. Sonic threw a little punch, but Mario was a fat old fuck, and some quick-hitting blue faggot kid wasn't going to hurt him too much. Mario swung the brick at Sonic's face, and he weaved it and picked up a board, but Mario bailed up his fist and smashed it. Mario kicked him in the head and he bust through the fence. Sonic pulled out the heat with the last of his strength, and Mario turned the corner and fled his own hood. Sonic laid all bloody in a pile of garbage. He slept in some day's backyard for a night and woke up in jail. The homeowner called the cops and they had him locked him up. While in there, he met Solid Snake, who was in there for drinking. Sonic killed Slimer's ass for trying to re-app him. Snake and Sonic beat the shit out of him. Sonic decided to join Sonic after they got out the next day together. They joined back up with the gang at Knuckles' apartment, which was just above the alleyway when they get high. Today, Wario and Sonic were going to go recon Mario's apartment after last night. But then they all got raped! The end. Well, that was definitely something. I think this definitely calls for a drink. I just wish to say, Blazy Blake, thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much for the tip. And if anyone else that wishes to tip, feel free to check the link right next to me. And if you wish to tip more specifically, be sure to do so at the following link. But yes, so we definitely have everyone. I mean, that ending was so unexpected. I did not see that coming. But yes, in any case, we must press on with our next story. This one is a bit of a this requires some decryption. This one is called Sonic Tales by Sonic The Hedgehog. The best fanfic ever. Yeah, you might have to read along with me. One day Sonic and Tals were gone frozen turk in shop. I are be hungry, said Tals. So they went to grocery store and they was walking in store and then Tals saw a row of turk. Oh me god, Sonic, I want turk. Tals run to turk. Tals grab turk. Tal was gonna get it for turk back. Then Sonic said, Tals. New dart text. How's Maddie calls yours and is bad. No. Yeah, calories and Tals, that's no good. Aw, please, Sonic, I want to eat now. No, please, no. Look, Kay, you have turk. Let's go. Nom. Yay, bat does ne sod Neil, da ground when tea and does was sporks everywhere. And back they went in the store, they were in a pony house. Oh, it's a My Little Pony crossover, I forgot to mention that. Twilight Spork said, IR is tilde star and 4G 1111111C. Stars, tilde towels. Fug, Twilight Spork, IR demons to see our box, water box. Sonic, twig letter spec, you be careful of 213 box plus 11. They have our 10 C's to our app power beyond your magurnacons. $1211, just as Sonic said that, warning, dawa box transform the box they come turks and fly round rum or gobble. And they run round rum gobble, then they push turks onto floor and smash plet. Twiglet. Ooh, said Twiglet Warsperk. My box! What are you done? My books, my precious books! You have betrayed me, fams! And Tals was so executed, he flew through ceiling and got stackings on roof. Sonic! No. And superdly, Tals was lick, and they saw Spox everywhere, and he ran one said, I be Santa Claus, ready to spread Christmas spirit on your toasts. Oh, and Santa said, presents you for all. 1111, get a new book. 11, ONGT, get a buck, yay. She said, Sonic, get a new shoe. Just one shoe for you. Aw, he said in a soup underwhelmed pie loud. Was that shock hose? Flushy. Get a new turtle. Oh my god, yay, she said. Runbo 32 dish, get species to in fitter and beyond said sir apologic. Get a apple. No, I have this, she said. What Ratty get a new dressel treat. What did she laugh? And Panky P, she got a big cack. Big for sack. Merry business to all, and own a good nigidit. How is everyone doing? Oh my goodness. Are you all okay? Well, let's keep pressing on. Rarity went to that, and sufficiently a laugh from amongst the crowd of Christmas. Exclamation mark! Laugh evil Rarity. Oh no, said Speak. My books are Turk and Rarity, tell 'em on Dunga be gone free. Don't worry, I'm Sonic the Hedge. Run, 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 Rarity. Rarity went into talk book because tacky feathers are really good for a new dress. So she took him 2 hours for Dean Sonic the Hedge was running and Tails flew with his tail like a hurly-cutipede. And Pinky 3.14 was like 2N can she can with Tails and Applejack was said because she got apple for Christmas. And then tweet said, OMG, mail Tim, mail Tim, mail Tim. And geese, who bring mail? Derpy, 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 derpy.
Hello, Twilight Sparkle. I'm coming to hand you a letter back from Princess Celestia, who is utterly distraught that your precious library has been transformed into turkeys. Where did the books go?
Said coming to hand you a letter back. Oh, said derpy dee, or tickpy dirty, said Flushy.
Oh dear, so Rarity stole them so she can have feathers on a new coat. Well, that's just terrible. Good luck retrieving them.
Sonic is not fast, Rainbow said niggly. I hate him. And Sushi flew out the window, and she was out like she would catch Rarity and Sunday Runbow Roadish. Gone super Runbow and speeded Rumbo around world like it was gone butter. She had done perfumed a Sonic Rumboom and twilly spoke fruit mouth and awe. Heroic mosaic. Oh dear. Applejack frozen vegetables in her grond and make carrot soup while Johnny caught round world to get 332 rare tea. Most of Tim was ground until helicopter was flysum. Applejack decided to make a good old-fashioned mile out of what she had been in Ingrid's. Sugar cua powdy, let's get back to baking them fishy critters fiddles. Her outburst cashew to helicopter to crush into the Big Apple in New York. Oda, he has gone da bad, but guess what? Y'all got a apple ruffle bacon. Ruffle bacon. Hip hip hurrah! Hip hip hurrah! Hop hop hip hype hop hip tea, said DJ Pony 3, but then who was fly to Rarity? Everyone are parsnip and teleport to Rarity's house. Men will at Rarity's house. Oh no, there is Sonic and Rainbow Lady and Pinky and Tails. I need to hit the box, Rarity. Then said to her trusty servant, speak the dragon to for box and Heidi on super secret basemental underground. Also, please wash your eye smell of rotten apple and rotten potatoes. And rotten veg and rotten and you stank house we down with your yogurty sends. Anything for me and owly Mr. Obsessed Rarity. So then spick the Turk box back at 2K with magic dun dun di dun dun di dun dun di dun da dun dun di dun di dun di dun di da Ramadan. I have to admit, dear viewers, it is very hard to decipher. I think we should leave this for another time. I think we shall. My apologies, everyone. It's a fanfic too brilliant. Too brilliant for tonight. But anyway, let's just get on with the last fanfiction. And this one is... Now this one is not... We won't be able to get through it all today. But this one is by Yoshizilla Regisaurus. And we're just going to make sure that we're going to get through about a couple of chapters. But this is one a good old friend from from season 2, I believe, with the Mario. This one is entitled by Yoshizilla Regisaurus. And this one is called Amy's Rose's Big Butt Farting. Amy Rose farts all over on this one. She puts on these blue jeans that are magical, but make her butt big, smooth, and sexy. But then she farts all the time. And now she adventures with Shadow and Silver all across various lands after Sonic ditches her in an attempt to stop her genes from taking total control of her body. And the world, so rev up those fires, my boys. Now done. Amy Yoshizilla Redisaurus says, I swear, if I actually get to 100 chapters with this crap, then dramatically read it. Hell, even if it doesn't, dramatically read it anyway. Dramatically read any of my friggin' stories. I need my daily dose of lulls, you know. And yeah, I added another Amy Rose fart thing to the internet, but, lol pun, it's somewhat different. No, it doesn't involve Amy being fat or in her underwear or naked. I'm not that sick, you know, just, read and enjoy. And I couldn't come up with a better title, so sue me. Disclaimer, everything belongs to Sega and Sonic Team. Amy Rose sighed as she was in a hotel room, having spending the day there, as she was resting from chasing Sonic. Looking from the window being 20 stories above the city streets. Amy sighed as she looked at herself in the mirror, seeing how fat she appeared to be.
I wonder, maybe I ought to get this old red dress off,
Amy told herself as she went in towards the closet nearby, stropping off her red dress, leaving herself in nothing but her white underwear. She folded her arms and she pondered deeply.
There we go. Now, what should I put on? How about,
Amy thought for a few moments as she thought. Then she got an idea. Snapping her fingers as she smiled. Of course! She jumped right into the closet, getting out a white shirt with blue collars on all ends, smiling as she noticed how great it looked on her.
Now I need something to cover my butt.
She went back in and pulled out red shorts, placing it on. Looking at her butt, Amy frowned, noticing how flat she appeared.
Damn, these shirts don't fit me at all.
Amy shrugged as she tossed the shorts off, going back into the closet and pulling out some brand new blue jeans.
Would this look good?
Just as Amy was about to place the shorts on, Silver the Hedgehog came crashing through the door, landing on his face. Amy gawked as Silver looked up, panting as he stood up and cleaned himself.
Sorry about my rash entrance, Amy, but you're gonna be in terrible danger. It's no use!
Silver exclaimed as she pointed at Amy, sweat dropping nervously.
I'm here to warn you about the danger of those pants. You should really consider about yourself in this deadly situation.
Amy glanced at Silver, then at the blue jeans, then back at Silver, sticking her tongue out at him as she shook her head.
Please, Silver, I'll be fine. Please, Silver, I'll be fine. Don't worry.
She then pushed Silver out of the room, placing the door back up as she walked back to the mirror.
Now then, let's see these babies warm up.
Amy placed the blue jean on her. Amy folded her arms as she looked at her butt, which still appeared flashed. Amy sighed as she shook her head, closing her eyes.
Oh well, I guess my butt simply isn't that grand, Amy admitted as she shrugged. Oh wait, what I would give for my butt to be big and smooth.
Suddenly, Amy farted a cute little poot, which was magical, as it suddenly caused Amy's butt to become large and sexy. Amy gasped in shock as she rubbed her butt, feeling how huge and smooth it was. Amy looked down to see that her waist slightly extended to accompany the big butt. Amy squealed with delight as she was satisfied.
Excellent! All I needed was to toot and I got my wish come true,
Amy squealed with delight, rubbing her big butt that was enclosed in her sexy blue jeans with both her hands, giggling.
I don't know how this could get any better.
Amy's stomach growled as a tiny squeak came out of Amy's butt. Amy blinked as she giggled, before letting out a powerful glass blast that blew a hole in the wall. Her fart as loud as a tuba. Amy gawked as her eyes widened from the shock, blushing in embarrassment as her butt now felt a bit damp, a somewhat wet spot appearing at the back of her blue jeans.
Oh no,
it's going to be one of those days. Amy groaned as she shook her head in disappointment. Chapter 2. Sonic ran past the tall standing buildings as they exploded after he passed them. Dr. Eggman was chasing the blue humanoid heroic hedgehog yet again, blasting down the buildings with his missiles from his egg pod as he chased Sonic. Sonic turned around and stuck his tongue at Eggman as he slapped his ass and zipped off, heading well towards the western direction. Dr. Eggman growled as he pounded his hands on his control panels several times. Damn it, damn it, damn it! I almost had him, I did! Dr. Eggman lampshaded as he scratched his head, thinking to himself. No matter. I'll simply make my egg pod faster than usual, and have Orbit and Cubot scrub up the back. Then I'll show Sonic. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Dr. Eggman then turned around and headed northward, floating over the destroyed city buildings, as back to Sonic the Blue Hedgehog was at the edge of Station Square. Looking down to below to see the ocean, Sonic whistled as he wrapped his hands behind his head.
Well, I don't think Baldy McNose hair will bother me now,
Sonic stated as he shrugged.
Maybe I'll go see Amy.
And without a second thought, he took off to find Amy. Meanwhile, back in the hotel, Amy was wondering about what to do with the hole in the wall she created with her fart. On one point, Amy was still getting pleasure from rubbing her big smooth butt with her hands, as it was nicely sealed inside the blue jeans. But on the other hand, Amy kept churning out big, loud, juicy farts like a tank shooting missiles.
Good God, if I knew having a big butt would make me gassy again, I would have just stuck with the shorts,
Amy admitted as she frowned, starting to blush as she admitted.
Although...
Amy's next fart was so huge it made the damp spot at the back of Amy's blue jeans to become even damper, as the door fell down again, this time in the hallway instead of in the room. Amy gawked as she turned around, letting out another raunchy poot as Shadow the Hedgehog walked by, looking at the fallen door, and then at Amy.
You know, you could have simply stuck with the dress,
Shadow admitted, as he then went to proceeding the fourth wall by looking at you, the reader.
Just imagine how many people are gonna start drawing Amy Rose farting in blue jeans thanks to this damn fanfic.
Amy screamed in horror as she waved her hands frantically, shouting out,
No, that could be the worst case scenario. Why would they want to draw me like this?
Her butt let up 5 more farts, each of them louder and nastier than the last. Shadow smirked as he snarkily replied,
Who knows? Maybe you'll be lucky and have this fanfic dramatically read.
Eh?
That's the last thing I want to happen,
Amy shouted as she tackled Shadow onto the hallway floor, crushing his face with her big butt as she let out more nasty earth-shattering farts, much to Shadow's displeasure, who tried to get Amy off but was unsuccessful. Oh my goodness. Oh dear, the chat's not taking to this well at all. I hope everyone's doing okay out there. But anyway, chapter 3. I believe we'll do this and chapter 4 and then we'll call time. Amy Rose was still in her room, still rubbing her smooth big butt inside her nice tight blue jeans as she kept farting loudly away. Although slightly blushing from the embarrassment of how loud her farts were, Amy was more concerned about what she might do after she continued.
I knocked the door on the door, and I blasted a hole in the wall?
Amy bemoaned herself as she sighed, letting out a long, deep-pitched fart that sounded like a foghorn.
I just hope that I won't shit myself.
Suddenly, much to Amy's shock, a human repairman came right into her room, startling Amy, who farted a high-pitched squeak. Hey, are you Amy Rose? Amy froze as another fart escaped from her big gassy butt, prompting her to calm down as she waved her hands, letting out a rough poot.
Yes, what seems to be the problem?
She groaned as she placed her hands behind her back, her big butt pooting a damp one. Oh. The repairman glanced oddly at Amy as she adjusted his glasses, replying to her. You see, Miss Rose, we seem to have complaints about loud noises coming from this floor. Do you know what this is? Amy started laughing as she simply waved at the repairman, but not loud enough to cover her loud fart.
Don't worry, sure. I'm sure it will limp her down, whatever it is.
Although she continued laughing, Amy felt like crying from the inside as she watched the repairman leave, letting out a loud fart she held in for 12 seconds. Amy then started rubbing her butt with both her hands as another tuba-like fart took out.
Oh, the things I do for love.
Just outside the hotel, Sonic sipped right in front of it, looking up and grinning as he rubbed his chin.
Yep, this is the place. I'm positive that Amy is here.
Just as Sonic was about to enter, Silver the Hedgehog came running out, bumping into Sonic, causing both hedgehogs to fall on their backside. Sonic got up and dusted himself as Silver panicked, holding onto his long silver hair.
Cripes, sorry Sonic, but I got no time to chat.
Silver apologized to Sonic as he dashed off towards the western direction.
Vector's gonna kill me if I'm late.
Sonic scratched his head as he shrugged, muttering.
Well, no loss of my bones.
He then went into the hotel to find Amy, not expecting her to fart again. One more chapter. Amy sighed as she was still rubbing her butt, not letting out her loud, smelly farts intrude her from feeling how great her big butt and her tight blue jeans felt.
On the bright side, my butt is big and smooth, just like I wanted it.
She sighed as she closed her eyes briefly, shaking her head as she let out 3 loud farts in one go.
On the other hand, my butt is erupting farts like a damn volcano.
She farted another time, loud enough to... Why do I bother describing these to you? You already probably have a boner. I can assure you I do not. Sonic suddenly rushed right into the room, startling Amy, who fell on her butt, farting so loud in shock as she made another hole through the floor, her butt sticking in the ceiling of the room below, farting away as it not only stunk the room, but caused it to collapse on itself. Amy gawked as Sonic witnessed this, both the humanoid hedgehogs hearing the cries of the people in the below room.
So I take it that you have another farting problem, huh?
Sonic stated as she chuckled, shrugging as he shook his head.
Oh, Ames, you really need to control your bowels, dude.
Amy waved her hands back at Sonic, flustering as she started farting every time she spoke.
No, Sonic, I didn't even have any chili dog or anything today. I just wish for my butt to go big and smooth, and suddenly I'm farting all over the place. It's like I'm Belle.
Sonic scratched in his head, pointing at Amy as he asked,
Wait a minute, you're not that girl from Issue?
Amy folded her arms as she let out another urge-wrenching poot.
Yeah, I do. Just because I don't travel as much as you do doesn't mean I can't go to exotic places.
She turned to her head and closed her eyes, and another raunchy fart proved her statement true. Sonic rolled his eyes, patting Amy on the head.
Well, why don't you go for a walk? Maybe that'll make the poot stop, eh?
Amy trembled with fright to even consider that, getting up and shaking Sonic as she farted frantically.
I just can't do that, Sonic. It's bad enough I'm farting as it isn't here, but what if the entire city gets blown to bits?
Sonic laughed as he pulled away from Amy, shaking his right hand as he replied.
Don't worry about it. Just ignore everyone else and you'll be fine. I mean, look at me. I'm completely fine. And he then looked at his stopwatch, exclaiming in shock. Would you look at the time? I gotta get out of here.
He then hugged Amy and kissed on her cheek as she patted her butt, chuckling as Amy farted in response.
Just take care out there, Ames.
And with that, the blue hedgehog jumped right out of the hole in Amy's room, spin-dashing back to the ground. Amy thought about heading out as she down on her bed, her farts making the bed covers smelly beyond all belief.
Well, I could use some exercise. Maybe that'll get me to...
Amy felt a stomach gurgle as another fart felt like her taking a dump.
Great, just when I thought I could get away from pooping myself.
Meanwhile, in the southern part of Station Square...
Sorry I'm late, Vector. I was coming as quick as possible.
Silver apologized, being inside the headquarters of the Chaotix, with SBO and Charmy surprisingly not there. Vector turned around, a fake cigar in his mouth, as he was sitting behind a wooden desk in a nice blue rotating chair.
Sorry doesn't cut it, Silver. Lives are at stake.
He sighed as he took out his fake cigar, blowing bubbles out of it, and as he asked,
Do you have anything to report? You know anything about computer rooms?
Silver rubbed the back of his neck as he shook his head.
No.
Vector's right eye twitched as the burly crocodile slammed his hands on the desk, startling Silver.
Damn it, Silver! Stop dawdling around and get me pictures! Pictures are vanilla!
Silver frustrated as he caught a camera that Vector tossed to him, asking while trembling,
But Vector, why do you want pictures of vanilla?
Victor shook his right hand at Silver, replying snarkily,
Hey, I don't ask you about your secret life, do I?
Actually, you do.
A lot, Silver replied while blinking several times. Vector sat back in his chair as he placed his fake cigar back into his mouth, pointing at Silver.
Look, just get me pics of vanilla. She's a menace to society!
Silver shrugged as he ran out, obeying what Vector said as he headed eastward to find Vanilla and take pictures of her, while Vector remained inside the headquarters and read some newspapers, grumbling like an old man. Well, my dear viewers, I believe we shall have to call it time for tonight, because there are 123 chapters in this tale, and if you wish to follow any more of this endeavor, then basically be sure to leave a comment and check it out for yourself. Basically, I hope you enjoyed tonight. We had a very fun time. We had some indecipherable times. We had some very interesting times. But anyway, thank you all very much for tuning in. And be sure to check out the next episode of Bad Fanfiction coming very soon. So, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you all stay well. And until the next Bad Fanfiction Theatre, I shall bid you all a fond farewell and toodle pip!